Welcome everybody. I actually wanted to start off this Sabbath Insight with a clip from Spiritual Power. So if you haven't watched the full lesson that Chief did, you can go to his YouTube channel. All right, here we go.
So what's the difference? Simon bewitched, Simon gave them illusion, and Philip gave them the Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit of holiness. So now with the spirit of holiness, as it tells us, they were casting out unclean spirits. Because now that you have the spirit of holiness, you can cast out which is filthy. That's the difference. So when you go into the line of the sorcerer or the fake Iya or the fake Baba or the fake internet guru, nothing is ever cast out. So what's missing there? Salvation. You're never saved from any of your issues. Yeah, I got all these elekes on and I got this new comedic name and I got ankhs all over my house, so forth and so on, but I'm still angry. I'm still a jealous person. I still snap at people constantly. I lie all the time, still a pathological lie. You know within yourself, or I'm looking at pornography every day. I still have the spirit of lust that's super active in me, or the spirit of gender, confusion that's still active inside of me. Because nothing you're giving me deep information, you're giving me exotic rituals that feel great. You're giving me maybe even truth. You could give me some truth. You can give me some authenticity. You can give me all of that. But you have not given me the spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, that gives me the wisdom that now convicts me in my actions and cleans my life up. That's the difference.
What Chief shared in Spiritual Power just breaks it down, like how you can spot if someone is lying pretty much, and not, they haven't truly been saved by Yah, by the Creator. They're not flowing with that. And I just think about my experience, of course, being in Anu, being a hospital, that we come in and the work that Chief has been speaking about for years, for those who have been listening to the different podcasts for a few years, Chief always said, like, you're responsible for your own work. You gotta do the work. That work is that internal character change. I can say that for me, some of the things that have changed as a result for me, just being in House of Yuya, is that a lesson that we actually recently learned in the house, and that we realized that we didn't know how to pray. We didn't know how to affirm. And so what we've been doing is that we've been affirming and praying with each other, every dawning and every night before we go to bed, before we lay our head down to rest. And that was evident, not knowing how to affirm, not knowing how to speak to the Creator. That was evident of, are you truly being led by the Most High Yah if you haven't? So I had to just admit, like, yeah, what type of relationship do you have when you can't even speak from your heart? You can't even affirm. You don't even know how to pray. So that was one of the lessons, learning how to affirm, learning how to pray. And that's just an example of, like, being around someone who is holy and who is pure. And you're like, okay, well, I gotta step it up. And she spoke about in Spiritual Power about when you're around people who are functioning a certain type of way, you tend to take on that spirit. You tend to want to be like them. So if you're running around with a whole bunch of Jezebels, you're gonna take on that spirit of Jezebel. If you're around people who are holy and living a spiritual life, then you're gonna want to start to take on those qualities, and that being a very real thing. So I just think that what Chief has taught on Spiritual Power, and it having that spirit of the Ruach when you feel convicted, and many of us, like, I just think about, like, being plagued with certain issues for years and not being truly convicted to be able to get that up off of you. And Chief shared that it's that conviction that gives you the power to be able to get those addictions up off you and whatever you're plagued with and whatever you're struggling with. Which is really powerful. Really powerful. Just being in House of Yuya, it has created uncomfortability because it's like exactly what he shared, like being around someone who is holy. You don't, it's like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable to kind of like in my own skin because I haven't been functioning like that, but there is this conviction of like, yeah, you gotta step it up, because in order to be around people who are spiritual and holy, like, yeah, you can't be lagging behind. I think about us who are in our new, and you know, and how Chief, like, he's the head. And so I think about like how he's able to see what each and every person is struggling with, and not even taking what it is that person is saying, but looking at their actions and looking at the spirit and knowing like, even you saying one thing, but I know what it really is. And having that discernment when you are filled with the spirit, having that discernment to be able to look at others and be like, no, and look at yourself like, no, you ain't really convicted, because you still have these same, you know, addictions and issues. She spoke about how people, they want to buy power. You know, they don't want to go through that process of truly becoming what it is that they desire. And he spoke about like how people like coming to Anu, they always ask him questions about like, oh, what book did you read? I just want to read the book and I just want to get it. And it's like, this is wisdom. Okay, this is wisdom. This is the work that I put in, you know, to have all of this knowledge, and you know, and I applied it. So that's what you're looking at, and you want to just hop the line and just jump ahead and be like, okay, I'm this holy spiritual person and I didn't have to do much but just read a book. Or you want the easy route, you know, and I knew it's not the easy route. I just think about the concept of being a warrior, you know, and our Chief models being a warrior. And being a warrior is being vulnerable, being authentic, being sincere in what it is that you are striving towards. Like, not just being authentic, being real about that. This might be going in a different direction, but I just think about even being in a house with sisters, and we're all working towards helping to fulfill our head's vision. And sometimes we can get distracted with, you know, like the certain insecurities that we have, and feeling like, you know, just struggling with self-esteem and things of that nature. And we lose sight of like, okay, we lose sight of our purpose and what we're here to do, which is to be helpmeets, which is to serve our master, because we all have talents, we all have gifts, and we're to use those talents and gifts towards helping our master. But when we lose sight of that and start focusing on our demons, demons that we've chose to keep in our lives, because as Chief mentioned, if we're truly convicted and we truly are moving with that Ruach HaKodesh, that spirit of the Most High Yah, then we would have had the power to heal from those things. And so I just think about the importance of doing the work so that we can properly serve as helpmeets, and that's so important. This was a really powerful, you know, teaching that she provided, and looking at what it means to really have spiritual power, you know, because we've learned, and I knew there are many Yahs, there are many gods, but we serve the Most High Yah, and in serving the Most High Yah, that Yah gives you the power to be able to eradicate problems that you've been plagued with for years. I just give thanks for the opportunity to be able to ask the Most High Yah to be filled with that spirit, and just continuing on with growing and changing. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for riding the wave with us. If you liked that episode, catch some of our previous Sabbath Insights. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and catch Chief Yuya live every Sabbath, only on House of Yuya. Do you wanna be